mob, we back at him again, man, when they thought it was finna end. Thank y'all for riding with me. Well, you know you forever locked in with your boy Stories with V. At this time, mob, y'all know what I need y'all to do for us. Like, share, comment, and I repeat, smash that subscribe button, y'all. We are on the road to 100,000 subscribers. If you're new to the platform, welcome. Y'all know the motto by now. Kick back, relax. I got the rest of the show. AV mob, let's get him, let's get him. Let's go. What's up, mob? We back at him again, man. Kicking it off from the top. V crime, story time. Let's get him, let's get him, let's go. So now, y'all, today we going deep inside of Jessup Correction, man. Now, if you know anything about Jessup, it's one of the worst penitentiaries, man. It's one of the worst prisons. Now, we got a couple of spots down here. Anytime you incarcerated, don't get it twisted. All that dudes be talking slick. Oh, man, you only did X amount of time, man. I was booked for... If you have ever spent time inside of a cell, if you have ever took your liberty, your time, your freedom away from you, you were part of the struggle. Don't let nobody tell you no different. But we got some penitentiaries down here, man, that dudes ain't playing, you get what I'm saying? And what I've learned from running my time in and out, whatever the case may be, is, man, some of the most dangerous dudes are the most humblest and the most quiet. Then some of the most subtle tender dudes is the ones that's loud and they fake wicked and wild outside on the street. So now, right, this story take place in, I believe, 2006 in Jessup Correction. Now, we got the little dude, Razor. Now, Razor, he a West Side superstar, outstanding member, one of the main guys for real. But he caught up in this vicious little drug war. Man, it's a bloody beef going on between the East Side and the West Side right now. But it's not everybody. It's just between two of these specific organizations. But they bumping head. And I'm talking about they really getting it on in the streets. I'm talking about bodies is falling, bullets is flying. Dudes ain't doing no plan. Now, you got to understand when it comes to street politics, when it comes to beef, just like anything else in life, man, it's a chain of command and it's levels to different things. Meaning, you might got two dudes that's beefing, but they bluffing for real. They just really trying to, quote unquote, make a name, make a reputation. So they basically chose each other being the weakest and the least on the totem pole. Then you got them type of bumps or these type of wars that are the elite. Dudes ain't playing. If they catch you out of bounds, they head tapping you and they getting you up out of there. This was the type of beef that was going on between Razor and the other organization. So by the time Razor, he active in the street for real, he dropping bodies, but he also knee deep into the robbery game. Now, he knee deep into the robbery game because he also take hits while being caught up in this turf war. But he got a vicious smack habit, meaning he done started off messing with the perks and it made his way and escalated into him, you know, pumping the raw heroin up in him. So now, all the money that he do get, as fast as it's coming in, is going out. But during this time, he's so caught up in this war and he's active in this war, he's not getting paid for the dudes that he knocking off because it's like you part of the family, so you don't get paid for family beef. You get paid for like jobs from if somebody else hired you to go ahead and crack somebody, that's a job. But you being a part of this organization and we at war with somebody, you just in it because you part of the family. So now, he do his little robberies on the side to make money to support his habit. He ends up getting knocked off one day, robbing a little stash spot. As soon as he come outside, police just so happen his luck. They driving down the street. They see a man running out of house, masked up, armed up. Whole time they jump out the car. They let off 2 rounds. They hit him in the leg, put him down, weapon fall. They grab him up. Now they grab him up for the pistol and they charge him for a robbery because he got money in the bag. So they ended up putting 2 and 2 together. But in the meantime as well, they also locked the dudes up that was inside of the house that he robbed because they still had God knows whatever they had in there and they had illegal firearms. So they ends up getting grabbed up too. Bum, they all go through the system for real. Lil Razor end up catching 15 years. So now he get a 15-year bid. Of course, he gets sent to Jessup Correction. He on his way up the road. He get up JCI, so now it's ball game for real. But what a lot of dudes don't realize, and I don't know why they got the mindset of, you was beefing with somebody on the streets. Whatever you did in the streets, that shit don't stop once you come into the penitentiary. That shit don't stop once you come into the system. Motherfuckers ain't going to forgive or just be like, oh, yeah, man, you know, you had knocked off my brother 5 years ago, but since we both locked up, we're going to be brothers and friendly friends. No, it don't work like that, man. If I catch you, I'm going to scratch you. So now, when he come through the jail, he already know his name ringing. He got COs in compliance. Couple of bros is checking for him. Couple of the dudes down there that's breaking the law, they tapped in with him. But you got to also understand, just as big as he is, the opposition is that big too. So the dudes that they going to war with, they got pulled over to jail too. They got COs that's working with them. They got bros that's tapping in with them. They got soldiers that's trying to get down with them. And they recruiting over to jail. So now, Razor come through. He ends up falling on the tail. Now, when he fall on the tail, he got a couple of, I ain't gonna say homeboys, but he got a couple of allies that's from the west side that know his OG, so they more so embrace him, throw him up under the wing. So now, when they put him up under the wing, the dudes that he locked in with, they old timers, they lifers. So they basically run the program down to him. Look, shorty, my man ready to go grab you a banger for real. Boom, they give him some steel. Look, man, this way you sleeping at over here. Anything else you need, they give him some grass. Make sure he got some commissary, some snacks, some food. They give him a fresh outfit. Look, shorty, you know you good. You know you part of the family, but be on your P's and Q's because we got beef over here too. That shit ain't stopped in the streets because now dudes that was getting knocked off for crimes in the street that was a part of both sides and both organizations, once they come into the system, if they spot the opposition, they still trying to get their 1-2 off. So if you catch a nigga that you was beefing with on the streets and he in a child hall, I got this big ass yeah on me, shit, you know, may the best man win. And it was going on like that over the jail too. So not only was it bodies falling in the street, it was bodies falling over the jail too because a motherfucker looking at it like, man, I know, and this is another thing too, I know you only tough on the streets. I know you only tough when you around your homeboys. I know you only tough when you got a crowd with you. But now, guess what? You done came into the system and we done removed all that shit from you. All you got is your heart, your hands, and if you willing to push that. But most dudes, if you ain't willing to fight, you damn sure ain't willing to push because that's still combat. It's a difference from cracking at a nigga and you across the street, you ain't even got to watch the body fall. When you are inside of a cell, you inside of close quarters, and you really got to go combat to combat, gladiator sports. That shit a different breed. You got to feel that man pulse. You got to smell that, you know what I'm saying, that aroma, that blood that's on the floor. You got to see every bit of the action and every emotion that goes into that action, and most dudes ain't willing to do that. So now when they get over to jail and they remove from all they tough guy antics or tough guy accessories, the real them get exposed. That's when they get over to jail. They want to be friendly with everybody. Oh man, no, I'll buy you this, I'll buy you. Bro, you need another suit? No, I got a mackerel. They trying to be generous to everybody. But when you was on the streets, you was saying F everybody, man. Niggas ain't on my level, real me, man. I ain't doing nothing for nobody. We grown men. But you get over to jail and now you scared. You got dudes that try to buy their way into protection or they try to buy friends. Then you got dudes that try to lie their way into protection or lie their way into friends. Meaning you got dudes that lie, get over to jail. Yeah, man, you know, oh, yo, I forgot you. I seen you with my cousin before. Yeah, you know, Lil Tay, my brother. Like just wild shit, you feel what I'm saying? They just making up names, acting like they in the mix. They naming people that they don't know, but they know these guys off of social media. They know their names. So now you might be around a dude who can't call uptown and get in contact with such and such who you naming, but they taking you at face value and ain't no gangster shit pop off, so you ain't been tested to see if you really a stand-up man, so they just embrace you off the strength. Then you got the dudes that try to buy their way in the friendships. They might got commissary, snacks, drugs, whatever the case may be, and they know these guys is dangerous, so they go off of them free shit in the pretense of we friends, we cool, you a gangster, I'm a gangster, shit, I'm gonna do right for the made men. Whole time you just trying to get them shit so y'all can act like friends so they don't put you first on the chopping block. Just wicked and wild little phony shit like that. So now Ray's over there, he locked in with the lifers, he on deck, he got his weapon, he got his cell, he got his food, he tucked off. So now he started moving and grooving around the jail for real. He ends up locking in and book a little female CO. Now he bump her. She bringing the illegals through the grass, the strips, the brown, the bikes. He catching. Then he got a couple of, like I told you, dudes down there that's breaking law, but they just so happen to get jobs as COs. They bringing it through. They giving him extra food, whatever he need. They allowing him to shake and move around the jail to make his moves. But incident end up happening. He on the tier, he on the phone, nigga end up cracking slick. He break the little nigga jaw with the phone. Now he get packed up, they roll him out, they move him to another tier. He get on the next unit. Just his luck, he over there with some enemies. Now it's like the roles then reversed. The unit that he get moved on to, these guys is from the east side and they OGs, they lifers, they violent, they not playing. So now when he get moved on the tier, the kite come through to the OG saying, man, Lil Razor just came over there. This one of them niggas that's part of the war here, major factor, crush yo, get him out of there. And the kite come to life, so they don't move with the mindset of we going to hurt you. They move with the mindset of we ain't got shit to lose, man. We gonna get you the fuck up out of there. We gonna send them all the way up there. So now they ends up putting a plan together, shit, on a late night. We gonna have the CO pop the cell. We gonna run down there and wear him out. But what they don't know is for real shit don't always go as planned. So now They put the plan in motion. They start talking too much though, so word get around. Word get back to a CO that's breaking law from the west side. They ends up pulling up on Razor. Look, boy, you know it's a hit that then came over here. They say you gonna get hit tonight at 3:45 in the morning. This dude gonna be coming on shift. I'm supposed to be going home, but that's why they planned it out. They know I'm gonna be leaving. Their ally CO gonna be coming on. He gonna pop your cell, pop they cell. They gonna come down here and wear you out, man. So be on point. Razor say, shit, man, don't leave. Pull overtime. Whatever you was going to make, I'll pay you double that shit. He say, all right, that's the best. So now, not only is he going to make the overtime money, he going to make the overtime money plus double the overtime money from what he going to get from Razor. Bum. He ends up, doing his 1-2. He stay. If the hit was supposed to happen at 4 o'clock in the morning, at 3:50, we just using this as a time, at 3:50, 2 young niggas from over West Baltimore, they get their cells popped. They come down there, slide down there with Razor. Whole time the East Baltimore dudes, for real, they do the same thing. All 3 of their cells pop. They meet up where they meeting up. They making their way sneaking through Razor cell. Now, Razor had a secret code with the CO that he was fucking with, man. Anytime danger coming, whether that be me and myself putting together some 1-2 and the CO wanted to tear, some niggas yell out, man, tear wet, but he wanted to have his own little code between him and the CO. So he would like hit the light and the light would flicker. So now, as the 3 little East Baltimore niggas is walking down the tier, they masked up for real. They got their bangers in their hand. Whole time the West Baltimore CO, he see what the fuck going on. He bang the light. So now, Lil Razor and his 3 homeboys, they on point. 2 of them get on this side of the door, the other one get on this cell. Razor stand on the top of the cell. Soon as his door pop and they like swing in, they go in there. The first dude come in, he straight swing. Whole time Razor jump out the bed, he like drop kick him straight in his face. Bitch! Whole time he like backs up against the wall. The other 3, they come in, but they kind of paranoid and nervous now because they hear what the first nigga going through. When he come in there and he swung and then Razor jump out the bed and crack him. As soon as he hit the wall, they just get to punishing him. Bitch, bitch, bitch. I'm talking about drive him to the ground. When they drive him to the ground, Razor kicked the banger out of his hand. He hit him 2 times in his chest. Whole time he slammed that motherfucker. So now the other 3, they really don't want to come in, but they know they ain't got no choice. The shit done already gone too far. They come in and it ain't nothing but bump. Now, they not no chumps, they not no suckers. And you gotta imagine it's damn near 6 motherfuckers in one 10x8, however motherfucking big the cell is. So it ain't too much room. Man, they in there going through it, hanging that motherfucker in each other. Of course, they probably go for about 2 minutes. That don't sound long, but when you in the middle of battle, that's a long ass time. Whole time the CO like, man, I can't let this shit go on too long, because now you got the West Side CO and the East Side CO. They both nervous like shit. Our job on the line. That's 6 grown ass men in the cell with weapons. All of them might not make it out of there, and then we gonna get in trouble for this shit because they gonna want to know everything that happened, and they pop in the cell, so forth and so on. They run in there, they bang the mace, they cuff everybody up, rush everybody to medical. 3 dudes had to be helivac to an outside hospital. The other 3, they had wounds that was, even enough to be stitched up and shit like that. But all of them ends up going on lockup, and then the war continued, man. But you got to think about this. You got 15 years over your head, and you already going through shit like this within your first 1 or 2 years. So just imagine what the rest of your bit was like. But, he ended up continuing his bit as a West Side legend, as well as salute to the East Side dudes. They wasn't going for nothing. They name still ringing, and it was still hit for hit, body for body. But this is why I tell y'all, man, don't get involved in the streets, because you ain't going nowhere but to the big yard. And once you get to the big yard, you gotta play by big boy rules. They don't give a fuck if you 15, 16, or 39, 98. Once you hit this penitentiary yard or you walk inside of this institution, a set of rules is going to be placed upon you that you don't have no control over, man. So like I tell y'all, stay out the streets, stay out the way, man. But with that being said, Mob, thank y'all for riding with me. Well, you fell out with your boy stories with V. At this time, one more time for me, Mob. Like, share, comment, and I repeat, smash that subscribe button, y'all. We'll be at 100K in no time from the bottom of my heart. I love each and every one of y'all, man. It's V. Story time. Let's get 'em. Let's go.